Oh boy, it's almost middle of November, and I got like the 30 goal is way too far off. I have to shit out more bad content forcefully in a short amount of time. Um, let's just reflect what happened today, man. Look, I went to bed at like what was it? 10 p.m. Yeah, and at 10 p.m. I thought like my new smartphone. I transferred the data from my new smartphone. Let's put in some light into the scenery. Otherwise, this is depressing as fuck. Yeah. So my new smartphone, I transferred the data from the old smartphone to the new smartphone, which means there are like 300 apps or so installed on the new device, which fucking drains the battery like shit. And yeah, that's why I went to bed early at 10 p.m. But I started cleaning up my smartphone apps and shit like that. So it was like oh 30. It was like 30 minutes after midnight when I was done. All the shit like you have to set up, and yeah, I had like 4 hours of sleep. Then I had like an appointment, and I had like a gastroscopy. Gastroscopy. Yeah, that's the right word. Yeah, and this was like in an instant, really fast. Really professional doctor. Like he stuck like fucking fat tube down my throat, and I had to breathe and like gag like and burp, and like tears were rolling down on the side. I really fucking felt raped, for a minute. Like I had this anesthesia and right in my throat, and it was kind of hard to breathe. I can breathe. And it was hard to swallow, my saliva and all that. And I really fucking felt raped. Like I got like inside, like how a woman feels, when she gets raped by random dudes. This is like the same horror, but this was like a professional medical business thingy, So there was that. And yeah, that happened like 50 minutes, but it was like really shockful, really painful, And yeah, you felt like the tubes like all down to my stomach, and then like other small tubes in there, like making, I don't know, camera shots and whatnot. And yeah, that was that. Then I get some fast food. I kind of traveled from Ingolstadt to Munich and got my bike, and from Munich back to Ingolstadt. While I was in Munich, I thought, how about I go to this beautiful hotel, like 4.5 or 5 star out of five hotel, and then I asked like the reception if I could use the toilet, and it's like right on the right side of the main train station on Munich. Like seriously, guys, if you ever come there, I highly recommend it because like I could use the toilet there. This is like there is a reason. There's a fucking reason why in McDonald's you have to pay. You're forced to pay so you can use the toilet. Like this antisocial behavior from the fast food chain reflects onto the customer. That's why customers become like the ultimate mental garbage bin. That's why a lot of retarded, mentally insane customers go like to McDonald's and fast food chains like that. That's why they go to the bathroom and they shit everything full, like because either they think it's funny or it's some perverted fetish. Not that I know anything about those videos. And the other thing is like, yeah, just mental retardation, and that's why these retarded people, they come to visit. Like, uh, bad karma brings bad karma. It has to stop at some point, otherwise you have like, I sound like a fucking hippie, but you get the idea. And that was one thing, I could use the toilet there, like very elegant shit, like expensive carpets and yeah, I don't know, a lot of, what is it? The German word is marmor. I don't know what it's called, like in, like, basically this shit right here. This is also the same material. So you see, like, it's a certain kind of stone, and ebony, ivory, something like that. And this was a fat haul, you know, like walking 1 minute straight, high speed, and then I had to walk down. And there was like this big reverberated down room, which also looked like a perfect meeting spot for hosts and parties and whatnot, like high society shit. And the bathroom, I seriously got kind of lost in the bathroom. There were a lot of mirrors and very beautiful, like rainbow color reflective mosaic pieces of stone, like into the wall, you know. And the shit, like, seriously got lost for a moment there. Like, I just wanted to take a piss and wash my hands, get out, and then the left, now the right, and then the reflection, like, yo, what the fuck, where am I somehow found like the washing sink thingy, you know, and then I also saw even that like the same stone material, very elegant, a lot of edges. I personally prefer this kind of edge design, you know, with even though it might be a more a dangerous hazard trip thing, you know, if you kind of hurt yourself. But the design, I prefer stuff that is like, you know, not this round shaped bullshit. I just, yeah, I prefer this more. And they also had like, oh shit. Oh, that's how you activate the zoom. Cool thing. I also had like these paper towels, these one way, you know. Usually in every shitty restaurant or whatnot, it's like very thin paper, so you have to take like 10 or 20 in order to properly dry your hands. But this one, this was like very thick, so you had like two or three, and that was it. Air dryer would have been even better, I'd say. And then I kind of traveled back. Yeah, I took my bike with me. I bought some food for this older guy. Then I helped out another buddy. And now I'm kind of ready to watch one or two Sam Hyde videos, eat some sushi, and kick back with a beer and kind of get into mixing. My main idea was like, yeah, then I put in the hours for my session, you know. I have a lot of shit to still put out. I have to write a lot, I have to watch a lot, I have to read a lot still. And don't fucking find any time. All the time, like, the problem is not just only I'm disrespecting my time as a student, it's also like people are partially aware of this, so they say, oh, if this guy neglects this duty as a student, so I can help him out. I got some chores which I can put onto his back as well. But the idea is that at some point I should really say to everything and everyone, it's like 8 a.m. and I say, now it's time for learning. And then at 4 p.m. I say, now I'm done learning. And everything between, no fucking chores, no fucking distraction whatsoever. That would be like utopic. But I'm also like mentally handicapped, I suppose. That's why every 2 or 3 seconds I need new input, you know? No, I think it's like this unemployment mentality where you feel like, yeah, I do a little bit of this and that. That's why I don't put in the hours that I should. Because if I would put in 40 hours a week, I would be like the top-notch student there. But I'm barely passing, you know. But yeah. Also, on the way, like, I'm living in this village, you know, and I drive to this other village. It's like 10 kilometers, I'd say, approximately. Yeah, and it's like a big hill down. Like, first you ride a big hill up, then very much down, down, down. And this is Cushing. This is the place I told you folks once, like, the worst scumbags of the whole world. I was in Munich, I was in Berlin. I don't travel a lot. I've seen a couple of cities, not too much, but I know this is like fucking retard city zone. Like, the worst scumbags. People that run onto the street just so they can be like half a second quicker to their, I don't know, to the goal that they had, even though if they risk that you like drive onto them, and they don't fucking care. Like these are martyrs, man. They kill themselves just so they can be quicker hospitalized. So anyway, I drove from this village I'm living here right now to this other one at like a big route, and I saw like this little girl, and I've seen a lot of fucked up shit. Let's put it like that, you know. I've seen a lot of wrecked compilations and whatnot. People get twisted and torqued and burned and tortured and cut. And but I'd say this is like this hits me like surface level. There was a time, I don't know, 10 years ago where this wrecked stuff like kind of hit me, but now everything is numb, you know, like stuff that evokes deep emotions in me would be like good music, or when I have like these episodes with a buddy of mine where we like get into arguments like, no, you're a fucking retard, and then he tells me, no, you're the fucking retard, you know. This stuff agitates me, but in a funny way. And like good music, I don't know, sleeping, jerking off, stuff like that. Getting a good meal, you know, a relaxed day, or if I can hold up my time schedule. But I saw this little girl, you know, like seriously, I've seen it like the second time, and this is like really fucking sad, man. This is like 10 kilometers away, and she has like, there's the school down in this downer village, and she has to drive with the fucking bicycle 10 kilometers up. This is like stuff. This goes under my skin, you know. I'm this close. I'm this fucking close. Then that I tell her like that I ask her like, where do your parents live? And then I come over and I say, listen up, folks. This is my ID. This is where I live. This is what I do. You know, I'm not a child rapist. Then they say, yeah, sure, fuck off, man. And basically, I can drive your daughter. Just, just don't send her out, man, because like this is, it's not just the constellation of because it's a little girl. It's also like when I was younger, you know, I also fucked up my knees pretty bad, and I don't know if you can hear it, but if I put my hand, you know, on my knee, and like it feels like a door creaking, you know. And this little girl, I'd say she's 12. She's fucking her kneecaps up so fucking bad, like she will be like a senior cripple, you know, like leg transplantation at 20 because her parents didn't drive her to school because they're rednecks. I don't know. This is a strange village, man. I don't think like except the only reason I could think of is like this girl is like a sportaholic, but still, man, like you know, totally into sports. Like the the human knee is not like the concept of the human knee is like to never use it. The more you use it, even though if you're sitting or whatnot, like the knee doesn't like this. The knee will fuck up. The knee will go broken, and that's why I felt kind of heartbroken about this. You know, this little girl fucking up her knees, like in her 20s, like you know, she has all her girlfriends over, like, yeah, let's go party, bitch. Let's get wasted. Let's get drunk and fucked. And then she is like, you know, in her wheelchair, like, sorry guys, I overstepped it with like the fucking cycling, and that's the morale of the story. Like, uh, your fucking knees. Every human knee sucks. The Let's say this is like downfall, not the Achilles thingy, you know? It's the knee. It's the fucking knee always. Even the best people, even the healthiest people, knee problems, man. This is the shit that always happens to you. This is the shit that comes first. What's up with this lightning, man? Oh, now it's a little bit bad. Yeah, that's all I'm saying is like fucking knees, man. And even young children, you know, they don't especially me as a teenager, I didn't like grasp the concept of like broken joints and joints break because you use them. They're not meant for that shit. This kind of sucks, yeah. And what I just recognized is like this is a serious tone vlog. Like I have to do this in my I'm Batman, I'm Batman. I have to do this in my Christian Bale voice, kind of. But uh, I try to convey like funny little snippets and stories, but it kind of failed at that. But I got 50 minutes of fucking footage, man. What else do I need or want? Yeah.